we're going to get into match day 15 because we're in December and the matches come thick and fast. So we got loads of games midweek. Make sure to check out our Facebook where we post the game times. A couple of big ones to look forward to on the 6th as well. But we're going to start with the 5th, where we start with Wolves versus Burnley. Wolves have been very hot and cold this season. They look good in attack at times. At defense, they look okay at times. And then you got Jose Sa.
And then you got Jose. Well, he came off injured, didn't he, against Arsenal?
I think so.
So we'll see if he plays.
Like he was that hurt, though.
On the other side, though, you also have Burnley, man, who are absolute garbage.
After their last match,
they might be flying a little high.
Yeah.
And don't forget, Sheffield United's one win. Guess who that's against? Wolves.
Yeah.
I'm still going to pick Wolves to win this game.
Yeah, me too. I'm sorry, Burnley. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. You suck. Next game. Luton Town against Arsenal. You gonna say it or am I?
Go ahead, buddy.
This is going one way and one way only. Arsenal to stay top of the league, build on their 2-point cushion before the other two teams play on Wednesday.
Plus or minus 3 goals.
You know what? I'm going to give Luton the credit they deserve, and I'm going to go... Are you saying Arsenal win by 3 goals?
Yeah.
I'm going to go minus.
Okay.
I don't think Luton scores, but I also don't think Arsenal scores 3 goals. Okay, on to the 6th, the big day that has most of the games. We're going to start it off with Sheffield United versus Liverpool. Sheffield United, bottom of the table. Liverpool, second. I'm going to repeat myself again because apparently I'm a broken record today. You going to say it or am I?
One way and one way only.
Yeah, I'll say it again. Or I'll say what you said. Liverpool by over under 3 goals.
More than 3.
All right. I also have Liverpool for this one. Next up, 14th against 15th. Fulham against Nottingham Forest. Forest have been very shaky away from home this season, but Fulham haven't been any better. Who you got in this one?
I'm going Fulham. Fulham impressed me against Liverpool at Anfield, which is obviously probably the hardest stadium to go to.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to say they get something here against Forest.
Okay.
Especially without Awoniyi, Chris Wood up there, man, that does not...
He's not been convincing.
Much fear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Their midfield, on the other hand, is very good. Elanga, Gibbs White, Hudson-Odoi, whoever else is there, yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
But I'm going Fulham.
Elanga's been on fire the last couple of games. I'll be honest with you, this is a London derby. I don't see anything between these two teams. I'm going to draw. I'm going to be boring. All right, next up, Crystal Palace, who have not been doing so hot lately. Lost 3 of their last 5 with 1 win against Bournemouth, who are the complete opposite, with 3 wins and 1 loss in their last 5.
If this wasn't at Selhurst Park, I would say something different, but because it is, I'm going Crystal Palace.
Okay. I assume
Michael Olise.
I assume Abriche Eze is still out for this one.
That I don't know. I'd have to look that up.
Well, that would influence my decision. If both Olise and Eze are both healthy, that's different Crystal Palace than the one I saw this weekend. But the game I saw where Bournemouth held Villa, I'm going to pick Bournemouth.
They played good football. They played good football, didn't they?
I'm going to pick Bournemouth.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. I'm sticking with it. I know how many times last season going against Roy Hodgson bit me in the ass. But I'm going to keep
so many
doing
times.
It. So many times.
Oh my gosh.
So many times. Next up, we got, I'm low-key excited for this next one. We got Brighton against Brentford. Both teams have been struggling, desperately need a win. I mean, Brighton's got 1 win and 3 draws in their last 5 matches. Brentford's got 3 wins and 2 losses. Who you got in this one?
I'm going for a draw, man. Brighton are the draw kings.
Them and Manchester City, apparently.
Why would I pick anything else? Yeah.
That's a great shout. The way that Brighton look and attack right now, and the way they hold their high line, I'm going to go with Brentford in this one.
Okay.
Going outside the box. Brentford to catch them on the break. I think they just match up really well against Brighton. Especially with all the injuries that they have.
But Brentford are really, really well drilled defensively, very compact, and like you said, could break on that counter.
Mm-hmm. Next up, the perennial draw of the season. Manchester United against Chelsea at Old Trafford. Chelsea flying high right now, man. After their win this weekend, however,
but now it's time for them to come back down. Don't you know that's how Chelsea is?
They literally have. Well, I think it's time for a draw because in their last 5 games, it literally goes loss, win, draw, loss, win,
draw. That's what I pick, man. A draw. I swear, Man United Chelsea always ends in a damn draw.
Yeah,
I watch it be like 0-0 or some bullshit.
Probably, kind of like Liverpool and Chelsea. That one also ends 0-0. I'm gonna not go with the draw on this one because I feel like with the way that this Chelsea squad is attacking right now versus the way that United is playing on defense, I think Chelsea get a win here.
See, I think it's the opposite. I think United, with Harry Maguire back there, Luke Shaw back, are actually not defending terribly. It's going forward. Man United are terrible. What you saw on their goal differential, they can't score goals.
Yeah. And Chelsea can't keep the ball out of the net. So it might be a draw. I don't think it's going to be 0-0. I think it might be a little more entertaining than that.
Let's hope so.
But I think Chelsea squeak out a win in this one. Finally move up the table after sitting 10th for what seems like eon.
Haven't they been there for the past 18 months?
Pretty much. That's why I said an eon. And then the big game.
The game I'll watch.
The week, we have Aston Villa against Manchester City at Villa Park. Aston Villa undefeated in 18 matches at home. Is this the match where that streak ends, Targo?
Yeah.
Why?
It's Man City, man. I don't want them to. I want Villa to get something from this game. But I think there's going to be goals in this game. I think it's going to be a fun, entertaining match to watch. But City, man, they haven't won in 3.
3 draws in a row. At least that you can say they can't be beat right now.
They can't be beat. You're right.
But they also can't stop letting in goals. I mean, there was 4 goals by Chelsea in there, 3 goals by Spurs. It's a lot. 2 goals against Leipzig.
A couple by Liverpool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta go City, man. It's Man City. I don't think they go that many games without a win. So that's what I'm picking.
All right. Well, I'm going to prove your point and then go the other direction. Because I do think City match up very well against this Villa side, especially when they play, because Villa plays such a high line. Unai Emery and the way that this Villa team is playing up front and how bad Manchester City is playing on defense, especially when you catch them on the break, I am going up the Villa. Aston Villa to beat Manchester City. Let's go.
Kane will be very proud of your choice.
Yes, I sure hope so, and I hope that I'm right for both our sakes. On the 7th, we kick it off with Everton and Newcastle. This one is at Goodison Park. Do you see it going any other way but a win for Newcastle?
Everton have been playing better, but Newcastle, man, even with all these injuries, they just find a way.
Yeah. They just keep eking out wins. 1-0, doesn't matter. But if Nick Pope is out, do you think that still they will keep a clean sheet?
They could not keep a clean sheet, but do you remember that goal or that assist? I guess Alexander Isak had at Goodison Park last year, man, where he just slid through that Everton defense.
It was beautiful. Yes, I do remember it. It's hard to forget, honestly.
That was amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm going Newcastle.
Yeah, me too. I'm not going to pick against Newcastle right now because no matter what happens, they still seem to win. So,
unless you're from Germany.
Next up, we have a London derby. Tottenham Hotspur against West Ham United. West Ham creeping up there, man. I mean, they're only 6 points behind Spurs at this point in the season.
You say creeping up there, but remember at the beginning of the season when they were up there and then came back down to where West Ham kind of should be.
You could also say
same thing about Spurs.
Same thing about Spurs.
They were up,
they were up there, and then they went down to where Spurs should be. This one's at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I think Romero is back for this one, if I'm not mistaken.
He should be, yes.
So no more Emerson Royale at center back. Who you got in this one?
I'm going Spurs, man. I love the way they play. They're so fun to watch. It's terrible to say it.
It is.
Damn, do they score goals, and damn, do they concede goals.
Yep. Which is why I'm picking West Ham. Because I love, just like City and Aston Villa, I love how West Ham will line up against Tottenham. I think matchup-wise, it's a great fit because West Ham likes to play a deeper line.
Here's what I don't like. So Mikel Antonio's been injured, and Jared Bowen's been playing that striker role.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I'd rather see Mohamed Kudus up there. But I honestly would rather see anybody but either one of them up front. Maybe put Souček up front. He's been scoring goals.
Well, I mean, they have Danny Ings sitting on the bench, but...
This is a Danny Ings type of game where you snatch a win at the death. Just saying, David Moyes. I think you're probably right in this one, but I'm sticking with my pick.
Okay. Well, that's going to be one heck of a week of football, man. This brings us to the end of this episode. What a week it was in the weekend, man. Tottenham drawing Man City. The Liverpool comeback. Arsenal staying top of the table. And we got another fun week of football to look forward to. Make sure you guys are following us again on all of our socials, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, hitting that notification bell. All the 5 stars on your favorite podcast platforms. I'm Targo. This is Redbeard. This is Brews and Banter. As always, you guys, thank you so much for listening. We love you, and cheers.